ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। First I will read out speech of Swami Sivarananda Ji Maharaj. Revered Swami Suhitananda Ji Maharaj, General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Gokulananda Ji Maharaj, Nitya Dhyanananda Swami Sarvasthananda, Dr. B.T. Advani Ji, dear and revered monks, devotees and admirers of the holy order assembled here. I offer my pranams to Swami Shivamananda Ji Maharaj for conferring on me the chance to stand before this august assembly to deliver a speech at this All India Convention of Ramakrishna Vivekananda Bhava Prachar Parishad, convened specially on the occasion of Swami Vivekananda's 150th birth anniversary celebration. Swami Vivekananda envisioned that with the advent of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, the Avatar Varishtha, Satya Yuga or the golden age has started again. According to Swamiji, the divine life and teachings of Sri Sri Thakur, whom he described as the Samsthapaka of Dharma, will harbinger the age of spirituality and religion throughout the world. He was confident of, nay, he prophesied how the nectarine message of one who was Sarva Dharma Swarupa will deluge all social, regional and religional barricades, leading mankind towards the highest truth. This movement, which started with the advent of the divine child Gadadhar in rustic and rural Bengal, reached its maturity with the thumping ovation rendered to his beloved Naren in the Columbus Hall, Chicago, and is propagating throughout the world with each passing day, is termed by many as the Ramakrishna Vivekananda movement. However, I would prefer to call it the Vedanta movement. This is because Swamiji himself opened that Sri Sri Thakur and he himself are not come to start a new sect or a movement, and that only with the revival of the Vedanta pure, both in spirit and in practice, will this spiritual renaissance be possible. This Vedanta movement initiated by Sri Sri Thakur comprises of two tiers. Firstly, the monks and nuns belonging respectively to the Ramakrishna Math and its sister organization, the Sarada Math, and also numerous private ashramas which have come up throughout the country. And secondly, the thousands of initiated devotees and admirers, both in India and abroad, who being influenced by the life and teachings of the Holy Trio, come under the sway of this mass movement, although the monastic members from the core of this movement, an equally important role is played by its lay members. In each and every age, the numbers of monks who are the torch bearers of religion are limited. Only a few receive the inner calling which prompts them to leave hearth and home and dedicate themselves to the exploration of the Absolute. But that does not mean the lay majority have no role to play in the spiritual journey. In fact, Sri Sri Thakur placed an equally important responsibility on the householders also and asked them to fight from inside the fort. If we look at our history, we see that one of the major causes of the downfall of the Buddhistic monasticism was that it laid stress on its monastic order only and propounded that it is only through joining the Sangha directly can one attain nirvana. It didn't realize that if the eternal truths of religion are to permeate the society, the householders must play an equally important role in this dissemination. In this Vedanta movement initiated by Sri Sri Thakur and Swamiji Maharaj, after the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, the Bhava Prachar Parishad act as the third level of organization which is actively involved in the spreading their divine lives and teachings. Although officially organized in the year 1983, since long there have been many ashramas, Pathachakras, Bhakta Sanghas, other such bodies ably and efficiently managed by devoted band of devotees who are playing a very important role in this movement. As of today, there are around 1,105 such centers which come under the Ramakrishna Mission Bhava Prachar Parishad. One of the biggest achievements of the Bhava Prachar Parishad is quite evident from the fact that with each passing day, more and more people throughout the country are joining themselves in one way or other to this movement. More and more people are seeking spiritual initiation from our holy order. More and more people are getting inspired to lead their life towards the higher goal. I would like to point out 4 thirst areas which may be considered by the Bhava Prachar Parishad for immediate concern. The one, drinking water. A major portion of our country, is a beautiful letter of Swamiji Maharaj has quoted here. Although we extend our hearty compliments to the Bhava Prachar Parishad for their spirited service in the field of dissemination of the ideas of Ramakrishna Vivekananda, yet I feel that there is still scope as far as their involvement in the field of service activities is concerned. We shall be glad to see the ashramas coming under the Bhava Prachar Parishad playing larger role as far as direct service activities are concerned. Although there are various ways of serving the divine, yet as the latest incarnation, Sri Ramakrishna has himself stressed the service of the weak and the poor as his greatest service. In a memorable letter written to his brother disciples from America in 1894, Swamiji says, "Great Lord, He is at our back. I cannot write any more. Onward, I only tell you this, that whoever reads this letter will imbibe my spirit. Have faith. Onward, great Lord." I feel as if somebody moving my hand to write in this way. Onward, great Lord, everyone will be swept away. Take care. He is coming. Whoever will be ready to serve him, no, not him, but his children. The poor and the downtrodden, the sinful and the afflicted, down to the very worm, who will be ready to serve these, in them he will manifest himself. Through their tongue, the goddess of learning herself will speak, and the Divine Mother, the embodiment of all power, will enthrone herself in their hearts. I would like to point out the 4 such areas which may be considered by the Bhava Prachar Parishad for immediate concern. Drinking water. A major portion of our country is facing a huge problem in the form of scarcity of potable water. Needless to mention, there is high probability of this problem escalating at the coming years. Each and every year in the relief section, we receive proposals to start drought relief work over an extensive area, especially in the states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Although we are conducting drought relief work in many such areas for the last few years, yet it is not possible for us to reach each and every corner. Moreover, over and above the regular distribution of drinking water, some permanent solution must also be thought out. I will be very glad if some of the centers coming under the Bhava Prachar Parishad take up this task. We may extend all possible guidance and help to them in this regard. 2. Our Prime Minister has of late given a slogan, "Pahle Shauchalay, Phir Devalay." Our villages and even urban areas need public toilets. Can Bhava Prachar Parishad apply their mindset to this problem and arrange construction of low-cost toilets in their nearest villages? Disaster management. Although distribution of drinking water during periods of water scarcity may be a field of special concern, the centers coming under the Bhava Prachar Parishad may try playing a more important role during relief activities conducted at the time of natural calamities. Some of the private centers have played secondary roles during big relief work like the tsunami relief, Ayla cyclone relief, etc. But it will be very heartening to see these centers conducting relief services on their own. Incidents like accidental fire, flash floods, storm and cyclonic devastation occur each and every year in some or other parts of the country. And in spite of our best efforts, it becomes impossible for us to reach out to every corner. However, we may easily accomplish this task through the network of the Bhava Prachar Parishad spread over the country. Of course, in such cases, the plan of action must be chalked out properly in advance. Youth. A major section of the people involved in the working of the centers coming under the Bhava Prachar Parishad comes under the advanced age, bracket say 50 to 75 years. Although the sincerity and commitment of these tireless workers are a source of inspiration to many, yet it is high time that we start inducting more and more young faces in the system. We must remember that 70% of our population is below 40 years of age. It is the high balance experience. It is a right balance of experience and youthful vibrancy that is the secret of lasting success. We all know how all the hopes of Swamiji towards the rejuvenation of our motherland rested on the youth. Not only must the elders provide encouragement and make way to the next generation, but also my appeal goes out to the young members to mold themselves efficiently in such a way that they may be considered worth of shouldering the responsibility. So this was the address of Swami Sundarananda Ji.